Potter? Still alive, still kicking. 5 years since the last book, and the stories will still mean the same to me. And they'll still resonate with me, and I'll still think about them on a daily basis.
Wow, 5 years. I honestly can't believe it has been 5 years already since Deathly Hallows came out.
You know, I was thinking about this, and I was trying to think of all the ways that it's been kept alive. And, you know, I could go on forever. So, the first has to be the community. I think the Harry Potter community is the biggest, the best, across the world.
The end of the series brought us together as a family. The fandom out there, the people that I've met, they're all just such wonderful people. It's a bonding and trusting relationship.
Forget about just rereading the books a million times over and every weekend being Harry Potter weekend on ABC Family. I think over these past 5 years, what really has kept the fandom alive has been the people I've met and the events I've been to that just keep the magic going and going and going.
The real magic of the series goes far beyond just ink and paper, and that's what keeps the Potter series and the fandom alive through all this time. It's impacted so many people in so many ways, including myself.
My life after Potter has been much the same as my life during it. I really don't know where I would be today without having had Potter in my life. I don't think a single day goes past that doesn't have something to do with Harry in it, whether it's through my job here at MuggleNet or through jokes with my friends every day.
The fandom is not any smaller or any less active than it was 5, even 10 years ago. I mean, I run Fan of the Week on MuggleNet, and I get hundreds of emails every week from all of you out there who are just dying to show us how much they love Harry Potter.
There are still Harry Potter conventions that we go to, and there are still book discussions that we hold.
People who have 30, 40, 50 copies of the books and have learned multiple languages because of Harry Potter.
Podcasts that we record, news that we follow, and I don't see that changing.
And I'd have to say the thing I love most about the fandom 5 years since the book comes out is that I've made so many friends. You know, with MuggleNet editorials, the fan art section, get to interact with fans all the time.
As soon as you say Harry Potter to somebody, boom, you just know that you like this person. It's just somebody that you're going to hang out with for a while. And you can talk to about just anything, but it all comes back to Harry Potter.
I love all the friends I've made because of Harry Potter, whether that be my friends from my high school that when I first met them, that was really the first thing that we bonded over, or the friends that I've met through conventions, or my new friends at MuggleNet.
I mean, I finally have friends. It's only been a couple of years, right?
Most of my friends are Harry Potter fans.
At least I still have Ron backing me up. There he is. He watches me sleep sometimes.
And, you know, I just think about all of the relationships that I've built with people through Harry Potter that, you know, I would have never dreamed would have happened when picking up the first book so long ago.
Through working on MuggleNet Interactive, I've had the chance to meet people who have become some of my closest friends. I've had the chance to talk with people from around the world, all of whom are brought together by their love of this series.
Especially through being a member of MuggleNet Interactive for, 8 years or so, I've made some of the best friends of my life, ironically enough, just talking on message boards in a basis of loving Harry Potter.
The community has always been extremely inviting, extremely accepting. It's been a place where I can talk with people who are from different backgrounds, with different viewpoints, and the one thing that brings us all together is our love for this series.
I'm lucky that I'm going to my very first Potter convention this year at LeakyCon, which I'm really looking forward to.
Infinity in 2010 will always be the most amazing time I ever had in my Harry Potter life.
If going to Ascendio this year taught me one thing, it's that people are still passionate enough about the books and the films.
And it was just full of wonderful memories.
To fill an entire con with discussions and cosplay.
I think the Harry Potter conventions are really special because it's always a place where you can truly be yourself and meet people from around the world that all share Harry Potter in common.
Dramatical events and interpretations and lyrical musicals, you know, based on the books.
But what's really amazing is that I think Harry Potter just served as a jumping off point to find even more and more things I had in common with these people that I met, so that 2 years later I forged real friendships and I still talk to these people on a daily basis that I've met.
And of course, we all still talk about the books. We all still reference our favorite parts, our favorite quotes.
I'm so happy to just sit here at my computer screen and immerse myself in Harry's world, whether it's through the fan fiction that I read and moderate, or through our global reread over at Alohomora.
What a great idea to read back through the stories and talk in depth about what's going on.
The ability to just rediscuss and reanalyze the books, no matter how many times you've read them. And this is something that I've become even more appreciative of as I started hosting Alohomora with Kat, Rosie, and Noah.
I love hearing the theories, and I love reading emails from people and the discussions, and it's as if Harry came out yesterday.
And now being the producer of the fabulous new MuggleNet podcast, Alohomora, which everybody should listen to if they haven't already. It's amazing that new discussions and theories can come out of books that we've read a million times over, and it's been 5 years since the last one came out, and we're still coming up with new things to say about it.
For me, it's not dead, and for those fans, it's not dead. It's always going to live on.
Being able to dive back into the books and reread the entire series and hear so many other people's opinions and viewpoints and ideas as I even go through my own has been amazing.
Even when we're not sitting around each other, where people, Alohomora listeners are all over the world and discussing whether on the website or through the podcast, and I think that's phenomenal that people can connect that way.
I personally have done MuggleNet Academia with John Granger.
We're still coming up with new ideas and new theories that, I didn't think about the first, second, third, however many times I've read the books.
Whether it be a theology-based, psychology-based, law-based.
So I think that speaks to how powerful the Potter series is, that we can read it so many times and after so many years and still find something novel and unique to talk about that can keep a conversation going for literally hours.
We have the International Quidditch Association.
To think that 5 years ago, we didn't even have Muggle Quidditch.
It's an actual phenomenon, and the sport has just blew up to what it's become, and I think it speaks wonders to the power the series had on us, that something so real was created from words on a page.
All of the actions done by the Harry Potter Alliance, which is just an amazing organization that is able to use Harry Potter to then go help people.
Where else can a group of people come and meet based on a book series and find passion to go out into the world and do good based on what the stories are being told that are in these books?
And I just think it's remarkable and shows how powerful and moving the series is. Obviously, with as much as being done now, long after the books have been published.
And there are still people, a core group of people, who are, have become friends and are still making things happen.
And every day we meet new people who are discovering the series for the first time, and we get a chance to sort of see their excitement and relive how it was for us the first time we picked up the books, or the first time we went to a midnight release, or the first time we were able to stay up all night reading.
And we could still rely on each other to continue the fire, to continue the flame, to carry the torch on to the next generation, who we're also starting to hear from.
And it's sort of wonderful to relive that from time to time.
I hear all the time, especially when I say, I work for MuggleNet, that they question, is all the books are over, the movie's over, what do you even talk about? And there's just so much to still talk about and so much to do and so many memories I still am making.
It's things like this that make me realize it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Potter was such a huge part of my childhood, and I'm really so happy that I'm able to continue exploring and loving the world through this truly magical community that it's created.
So I think, in 5 years, we'll still be talking about Potter. I know I will.
It's just been an incredible journey.
I can't wait to share it with, future generations, especially when I have kids. And I think it's something really magical. And that's obviously something really cliche to say, but I don't know if we'll ever have something quite like the Potter series.
And although we might all still secretly wish for an invitation to attend Hogwarts, I think that for many of us, and for me, being a part of the fan community is about the next best thing.
So it's a very exciting time to be a Harry Potter fan.
You know, obviously, J.K. Rowling, if you're seeing this, there's not enough ways or times that I can say thank you for everything that you've given us.
So thank you, J.K. Rowling, for bringing this story into my life. I think I'd have a much less interesting life without it.
You know, thank you for giving us something so amazing.
To steal a quote from Joe, Hogwarts will always be there
To welcome you home.